Let's have a chat with royal commentator Victoria Howard. Victoria, good to have you with us here on Evening Extra. This is so much more than just a royal visit, isn't it?
Yeah, I do think there's a number of interesting and notable things about this visit from the historic context. You know, this is the first time that Charles is visiting Canada as king. It's the first time the king is giving a speech from the throne. And it's only the second time ever that the monarch is going to open Parliament in Canada. Those are all significant things. But then going back to that Trump context, it's a show of solidarity. It's reflecting on the heritage and traditions of Canada as a nation. And for Carney in particular, on the back of his election win, it's solidifying those links and potentially those relationships with Europe as well.
And for the new Prime Minister, Mark Carney, I mean, how much is riding on this visit for him personally and politically? Because he was quick to announce this visit, hot off the heels of his victory.
It is very significant. He obviously met the King in London and he was welcomed as the new Prime Minister of Canada. And the one thing about monarchy is it's all about symbolism. So, of course, in Canada, it's the constitutional monarchy. There are checks and balances in place that mean that the king can't really do a lot in terms of the government without support from Parliament. So for Carney to invite him over, it's about the visuals. It's about saying we have our king here, who, of course, is also the king of the UK, and that we have this close tie and we are friendly to one another. Now, particularly with those comments from Trump, with also the second visit for Trump to the UK that is coming up soon, that is very significant. It's kind of reminding everyone of where Canada and has its allegiances and allies and how different they are to the United States. That they are very, different. So they have the constitutional monarchy, that they have these traditions and kind of global heritage. And I think for Carney, that's very important. And I'm sure with it being quite a punchy short trip, it will be quite significant with, great photo ops, lots of community groups involved and the speech from the throne.
And just on Canadians then, how do we know, feel about the Commonwealth, feel about the monarchy?
Until recently, I would say a lot of Canadians were indifferent, if not opposed to the monarchy in Canada. However, since Trump has come in, made these comments, has been quite belligerent to them as a neighbour, I think more people have recognised that soft diplomacy that can come with the monarchy. Not that they necessarily agree with the system, but that bridge to the UK is a bridge to Europe and allies and potential trade partners as well. So I think they'll be looking at the visit with interest to see if anything comes off the back of that. But I don't think we'll see the level of protest that we have perhaps in previous years, because there is this sort of a bit more nationalist sentiment in a positive way because of these Trump comments recently.
All right, Victoria, we'll leave it there. Thank you. That's the royal commentator, Victoria Howard.